everyone, in this video we're going to talk about some special part writing problems we need to know about when using a deceptive progression. Most of the time, when we're going between 5 and 6 in a major or minor key, the leading tone, 7, will move parallel with the bass, resolving to the tonic, 1. The other two voices will usually move down, contrary to the bass, to the next available chord tone. When you do this, it results in a doubled third in the 6th chord. Here's an example of what I mean. Here we're in the key of G major, going from the 5 chord, D major, to the 6th chord, E minor. Our soprano voice moves down by step to G. Our tenor voice moves down by a third from D to B natural. But our alto voice is the leading tone, so it will resolve up by half step also to G. Notice that now in our E minor triad, we have one E, one B, or the 5th, and 2 Gs. Here's what it sounds like. In the next measure, I show the same example in minor. We're going from the 5 chord in G minor, which is D major. Also, notice here that I've had to add an accidental to the 3rd of our 5 chord in minor. Remember that you will always need to do this in order to get a dominant chord. We're going to the 6th in G minor, which is E flat major. Again, our soprano voice, A, resolves down by step to G. Our tenor voice, D, moves down by a third to B flat. And our alto voice, F sharp, or the leading tone, resolves up by half step also to G. Again, resulting in an E flat major triad with a doubled third, or 2 Gs. Here's what this sounds like. Here's a fun mnemonic device to remember this rule. 5 going to 6, double the 3rd in the 6th chord. You can thank Tim Schmidt for that one. I didn't come up with it. Now I want to talk about an exception to the 7 always goes to 1 rule. It is permissible in a major key, if the 7th scale degree appears in an inner voice, to not resolve it up by step to the tonic. This is called frustrating the leading tone. It's one of my favorite expressions in music theory. This also only works in a major key, and I'll show you why now. Here in the top measure, I've shown again 5 going to 6 in the key of G major, or D major going to E minor. Our soprano voice resolves again down by step to become the 3rd, or G, in our E minor triad. Our tenor voice resolves again down by 3rd to B to become the 5th of our E minor triad. This time, instead of resolving up to G, we've moved it down to E, thus doubling the root in our E minor triad instead of the 3rd. Here's what this one sounds like. Below, I show why this won't work in a minor key. We have the same chord progression, 5 to 6, but this time in minor. So D major to E flat major. Our soprano voice moves down by step to the 3rd of our E flat major triad, G. Our tenor voice moves down a third to the 5th of our E flat major triad, B flat. Now look here in the alto voice. I tried to take our F sharp down to E flat to become the root of the E flat major triad. But notice in the interval that results. Here we get an augmented second. In this style and time period of music, augmented seconds are an interval to be avoided. We should not use them. So in this instance, in minor, we wouldn't want to frustrate the leading tone. Rather, we would want to resolve it normally up by a half step to the 3rd of our 6th chord, G. I hope that was helpful. I'll see you guys next time.